Welcome to Whitney's World. I'm your host, Whitney Ward. Here we explore spirituality, mindset, and manifestation. 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's go. Well, welcome back to another episode of Whitney's World podcast. I'm your host, Whitney Morgan Ward, and I am so thankful that you've tuned in wherever you're at on this planet. Thank you so much for being here. Guys, I have an incredible topic for you today that I know is going to help you so much. And everything that I share is like really the real stuff I'm going through. The point of my podcast is to be honest and to share as much as I can with you guys to help you so that you don't have to go through the same shit that I go through. Because if I can help you get to where you want to go quicker, like that's what this is about. We're all one. We're all connected. We are all a part of this beautiful game of life, and we're all trying our best. So this week, I want to talk about something in my personal life that has to do with dating and really setting intentions for your life. I think that it's really important that I share like these moments with you guys. So if he decides to listen to this episode, then it is what it is. But like this is important, and this is going to be important for men and women. But like obviously you ladies, the queens, I got you. So what happened this past week is that I realized through my reflection, through someone else and through life itself, that I have not been setting intentions for my life. Yes, I've been doing the work. Yes, I've been showing up. Yes, I've been putting my all into everything that I'm doing and creating and becoming. But there have been things that I've not been setting actual intentions towards and my goals. I actually used to do this when it came to real estate, because I always like was closing between 2 and 6 deals a month, but I wasn't setting like a goal to where like I had to hit this metric. A lot of that comes from like fear of it not happening, or you feeling like you're not going to hit the goal and then feeling like you aren't good enough, or, you know, if you don't hit the goal that you have failed in some way, right? But that's wrong. And I wish that I would have been like setting goals in real estate. And so it's funny that like, you know, we don't pass the lesson in life until we learn it. And so now same thing is coming up. I'm working on all of these things. I'm building a brand. I have a YouTube channel, a podcast, a TikTok, an Instagram, all of these things. But when it comes to like my actual intentions, I'm not setting goals when it comes to like metrics. I've really lived my life by the seat of my pants, like always. Like things are always just working out, and they always do. But like I'm now getting to the point where I realize that to get to where I want to go, I need to set literal intentions. Like I need to set like goals when it comes to growing my YouTube channel. When I want to grow to, let's just say 1,000 subscribers, I want that to be my goal. I want to give my brain something to focus on. The thing about intentions is when you set an intention in your life, whether this be that you want to, you know, get the career that you want to have a certain amount of money in your bank account, you want a certain amount of followers on your platforms, you want to date a certain type of man. These are very important, because when you don't set intentions, you are not giving your reticular activating system, which is the filter in your mind that filters out what you're looking for. When you don't give your brain, your subconscious mind, commandments, then you are not really focused on anything. And you're kind of like living your life in a place of you just accept whatever is given to you. You just take whatever, and you don't really have any goals. You're just kind of like, okay, like it is what it is. And though I am a huge believer in like flowing with life and allowing life to unfold, you can still allow life to unfold and set intentions. And I'm really excited because this past week I have set intentions in my life. And every morning I actually read them and I write them down again because I want my brain to know, like, this is my intention. This is the money I want. This is the number of courses that I want to sell a month. This is the number of followers I want, subscribers, all of that. By the way, if you guys have not gotten the GOOOO code, I have to plug it because this is my course I just released, and this is going to help you understand how to glow from the inside out so that you can really become who you're meant to be and manifest the life that you want. It's all about changing your internal state, becoming aware, and then manifesting it on the outside, okay? So make sure you guys look at the link in the show notes for the GOOOO code and invest in yourself. When you invest in yourself, you are going to grow so much. And just so you guys know, I have invested, I can't even tell you how many thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars on my personal development journey. When you find someone that you connect with and you trust, which if you're listening to this and you're brand new, hi, I'm Whitney. But if you have been listening to me for a while, you trust me. So you should absolutely go invest in yourself and my course that is going to help you glow from the inside out. So anyway, go get that and let me know how it changes your life and share it with someone. When it comes to you setting intentions, right? When you write these things down, when you focus on it, let's say for the realtors out there, because I know I have a lot of realtors that listen, you need to set your goal to say, I want to hit 6 deals a month. I want to hit this income a month. When you set intentions, you are giving your brain something to focus on. And it will start to happen. This is why I became so successful for so long in real estate, because I wasn't setting like an actual number. I just knew like, I definitely want to close 2 deals a month. And so sometimes I was closing 8, sometimes I was closing 4, sometimes it was 2, whatever. But I was always closing 2 because that was actually the intention I was setting. But I would never up level it because I was always afraid. I was like, well, what if I don't hit it? Then I'm a failure. It's not about you not hitting the goal and being a failure. Stop thinking that if you don't hit your goals, you are a failure. Because eventually you're going to hit the goal and then it's time to like up level again. It's time to like set a new goal. Set your goals on something that like you don't think that you can achieve. That way when you do achieve it, you prove to yourself how powerful you are and how powerful your mind is. Because your mind is what is going to bring you the results you want. When you focus on something, and you are energetically aligned to it, you are going to match up to it and bring it to you. But when you're not intentional, when you don't have intentions, then you just become aloof. You become just like a magnet for whatever. So this is what I want to talk about when it comes to dating. So I recently had a friend and we started like talking on another level. And just so you guys know, like, it's really interesting to like talk about these things because like, I don't know if he's listening, but I have to talk about these things because he is an amazing person, but there weren't intentions. Like first of all, I wasn't looking to date someone. I wasn't looking to have that in my life. Right now, I need to be single because I need to focus on myself, my brand, and what I'm building. But because I didn't have intentions, we decided to just like kind of start dating and like see what was happening. What would happen? But what I realized was that because I wasn't being intentional when it came to a relationship, there were things that I realized that didn't fit what I was looking for. And when you're not intentional when it comes to dating, when you don't have like a blueprint of what you want in a person, it makes red flags just be kind of like whatever. And I've talked about red flags, and like red flags are so important. But it's harder to walk away when you weren't intentional from the beginning. And then it's like these red flags start flying. And it doesn't have to be like anything crazy. It could just be like this, there's certain things that don't align with me, or I don't like certain things, right? But when you're not intentional dating anything in life, it's harder to walk away because you don't have a focus on the situation. It's harder to see something and say, this actually isn't in alignment for me, because you weren't even trying to get that thing in the first place. For instance, I started breaking out so badly because I wasn't in alignment with this relationship. But it sucked because there's so many good things, right? There are so many good things, but there were so many things that weren't in alignment. And so what happened was my body literally started breaking out. I had pimples, like you could still see this one, but I literally started breaking out all down in like into my neck. And that was my sign of like, this isn't in alignment. I cannot continue to do this. But when you start to grow a relationship with someone, like you feel bad because you care about them. You're spending time with them. You know their heart. You understand them. But then your body starts to like, it's not right, but then your body starts to show you. And how many times do you stay in situations that you're not aligned with because you're an empathetic person or you feel bad? You can't. And when you don't have intentions, when you don't have a focus of where you're going, then it's easier for you to stay in situations that aren't actually aligned for you because you don't even have a direction of alignment anyway. And this was literally like I realized through this relationship because I had ended up asking him. I was like, what were your intentions with me? And he's like, I didn't have any. And I actually was surprised about that because I feel like most men have intentions, whether they're good or bad, but like men have intentions for us, So I was kind of surprised. And like, you guys know, I'm always looking at life for like, what is life trying to teach me? Okay. What is life showing me through these lessons? And like, how can I learn so that I don't have to keep doing these things and I can grow and up level? So I was like really thinking about it and I'm like, I didn't have any. Like when he said that and it took me a couple of days to kind of like decode the message. And we ended up talking and I was like telling him, I was like, when you said that to me, it took me a couple of days, but I realized that I actually am not setting intentions in my own life. And that was my lesson. So he came to me to show me that I need to set intentions in my own life. And that when I'm not intentional, things just start happening that aren't in my control, that aren't really what I am supposed to be calling in because I don't have a definite, defined, clear intention. And I hope that makes sense. Because right now, I don't want to even be dating anyone. Like, I genuinely want to be single and be in my own frame as I figure out all of these things. Now, I'm not like opposed. I'm not like closed off, but I'm not intentionally wanting to date. Sometimes I think I am. And then sometimes I'm like, I just don't really think that that's like what I want right now. There's so many things that I need to do. Well, that I feel like I want to do, I need to do. And being in that relationship really showed me like I value my time being single right now and building myself back up. And my intention is me building my brand, not spending time with someone and trying to learn someone and all of these things outside of me that I really don't have the energy to be giving myself to. Because I'm obviously a lover as well. Like when I'm in a relationship, like I'm all in. But right now, I need to be focused on me, what I'm doing, what I'm building, what I'm creating. But when I'm not intentional and I don't have like metrics and I'm not like really focused on these things, then what happens is all of these things start to come at you and you're like, then you start getting invested and then you're like, whoa. This isn't right. What's going on? What's going on is that you don't have intentions. You are not being intentional in your life with your goals, your dreams, your aspirations. So you are a magnet for whatever. Do you see how important it is to have intentions? To give your brain something to focus on. Because what happens is then you allow things to happen to you, then through you. You're allowing life to just happen instead of saying like, no, I'm the creator. I'm creating my life because I am intentional on my goals, my focus, what I want, what I'm desiring. And I wasn't even desiring a relationship. So because I wasn't intentional with like anything, the relationship just happened. And then I broke out and I'm like, this isn't it. And this isn't actually what I want. So manifestation, we're always manifesting, okay? The universal laws never turn off. They're always working in our favor. But we have free will. So God can't interfere in your free will. We are the creators of our reality. Okay. What happens when you're not intentional is you are now a reactor. You are now reacting to the situations that are presented to you. Instead of saying, this is what I'm creating, this is what I'm doing, and this is what I'm focused on, when you don't have the focus, you are now a reactor to the world, to what is happening. And now you have to try to figure out like, oh my gosh, like what's happening? And you have to be on guard. You fall into reaction mode. But when you realize that intentions aren't just like little cute affirmations. Intentions are directions and commandments to your subconscious mind to say, hey, this is what I want. This is what I'm working towards. This is where we're going. And when you create that internal belief and you know and you feel in your body that this is where you're going, then things can start happening for you. The subconscious mind cannot distinguish what is real or what is imagined. So in the morning when you write down, because I'm going to give you guys some homework, but in the morning, I want you to write down like 5 intentions for your day, for the year, whatever that is. And it could be quick, but try to write 5 things that you are focused on, that you want to grow, maybe something you want to learn, maybe you want to read a book, okay? Maybe you want to listen to a podcast about science, I don't know, a week, okay? But write your intentions down. And then close your eyes and for 5 minutes, visualize your intentions happening because your subconscious mind can't differentiate what's real and what's imagined. So when you visualize this happening, you are literally creating it, and it starts to rewire your brain. It starts to actually start new neuro connections in your brain because now your brain is lighting up in different ways. It's being like, oh, there's something new happening. So your brain starts to light up differently. This is how powerful intentions are. So write down the 5 intentions you have and for 5 minutes visualize. You could literally do this before you get out of bed, which is actually the best time to do it because that's when your brain is at the theta wave states, brain waves, where you can actually like manifest a lot quicker and your subconscious mind accepts it so much faster. Your body releases chemicals based off the thoughts that you think. Intentions start this process. Does that make sense? So when you have intentions, you're now thinking differently and you're now releasing chemicals in your brain. That starts this process for you to start manifesting, for new neural pathways to start forming. If you don't program your mind, your old program, your childhood, the trauma you faced, all your limiting beliefs, all the things that hold you back are going to resurface. This is why thinking, speaking, and acting like the new version of the person you want to become is how you're going to manifest a new reality. But you have to start shifting your focus and start to reprogram yourself into a new program, or the old program is going to be running. This is why they have been trying to program us so deeply for so long. And now we are waking up and we are learning that we can create new neural pathways. Our brain could literally change by us inputting a new program into it. This is why I teach all about energetics and internal work, and especially in my Glow Code course, everything talks about internally shifting who you are and shifting your self-concept of how you see yourself. It's all about the internal state of who you are. Intentions are literally what you need to focus and to become a magnet for the things that you want to create so that you can stop reacting to whatever life is throwing at you and create something new. Let me know in the comments if this is making sense. I'm teaching here. I hope you guys love it. It makes sense to me, and I want to know if it's making sense to you guys. You need to be intentional with the person you are becoming, intentional about your identity. So let's say that let's use me as an example. I love sugar. I've been actually eating too much sugar recently, but when you want to shift your identity, you just say, I don't eat sugar. I don't eat cakes. I eat foods that are nourishing to my body. I eat fruits and vegetables. And so you shift the identity by saying, I don't eat sugar. I don't eat cakes and cookies and all that. And if you do sometimes, obviously life's balance, enjoy yourself. But you don't identify as someone that eats a ton of junk food. I don't drink. That's a better example. I don't drink. So I don't identify as a drinker. When people are like, you want to drink? I literally say I don't drink. And people look at me like I'm crazy. Like, wait, you don't drink at all? Like, no, I don't drink. I don't identify as a drinker. So you need to decide and get intentional about your identity. Who are you? Who are you becoming? And start shifting into that identity. How do you walk? What do you dress like? What do you listen to? What do you act like? You need to become intentional about your identity so that your identity can shift. Intentional living will equal quantum leaps, where you literally shift from one reality to the next. And this is all about being intentional. Giving commands to your subconscious mind and saying, this is who I am. This is what I want. This is what I'm focused on. And then you take aligned action from that space. And you are in that energy. When it comes to dating, because obviously we love love. We want to be loved. We want to attract the right person. But you need to be intentional with the person you want. What are the values that they carry? What do they look like? Like for me, teeth and a smile is so important to me. If you don't have nice teeth, no chance. Sorry, but it's not possible. That is something that is really important to me. Someone that loves God and is loyal are values that I'm looking for. In my past, I didn't care about if a guy loved God. And I know that's crazy, but like I was angry and I was hurt and I was broken and whatever. Now, I want someone that is a man of God, that understands he is literally connected to source energy and is loyal and is building a life based off of principles of God. So there are also certain attributes that aren't attractive to me. Like, to be honest, I don't really want to be with someone that drinks. I now see what it does when someone drinks because I used to be like that and I don't drink and I don't really want to be aligned with a drinker. That is a value that I am intentional about in my own life and when it comes to who I date. I'm not saying that someone that has a drink or two every now and again isn't allowed. But like personally, I don't really want to be with someone that drinks. I don't really want that. But again, like one or two here and there is like, whatever, it's not big of a deal because drinking doesn't trigger me. I'm not triggered by people that drink. I can be around people that drink. It doesn't bother me. Because I don't identify as a drinker, so it doesn't bother me. But those are values. Those are certain things that I want. I want someone that wants a family. I want to be with someone that wants to get married. So these are things, intentions that I have when it comes to dating. But if you don't have like a blueprint of values, aspirations, goals in a man, then you are going to react to every man that shows his face to you. And when the red flags start flying or certain things start happening that you don't really like, you don't really have intentions, so you don't really know what to do. Instead of being like, actually, that's not in alignment with what I want, my blueprint, so like, next. But without intentions in your life, you are a reactor to life and not co-creating your life with God. So if you are in a place right now where you're really like, I'm just not happy with my life. Like, why aren't things happening? Why aren't things moving like I want them to move? It's because you're not being intentional enough. You are not co-creating your life, and you are just being a reactor to what life is giving you. And then what happens is your brain's like, because you're not intentional, things are just thrown at you. And then you have to figure out like, oh my God, I don't like this. What's going on? Oh my gosh, because life doesn't know what you want. It doesn't know what you're focused on. So intentions are literally everything that you're missing. And if you can just start to realize that you need to be intentional, life will start to shift. And you can also chat GPT and ask like, hey, I want to be more intentional with my life. Give me some ideas. It's going to say like, okay, health, wealth, career, hobbies, vacations. Like, what are the things that you want to start calling into your life and start to be intentional about them? This is how you are going to create a life and manifest the life that you want. It is by you becoming intentional and not being a reactor of life. So again, guys, the homework is to look at your life and really like just be honest, because the best way to change your life is to actually look at it and to look at the parts you don't want to look at and just be like, okay, it's okay. I am where I am and it's okay. Accept yourself. You don't know. You didn't know. Now you know, and you can shine a light on it and just say, I want to be more intentional with my life so I can create the life I want. And in the morning, set 5 intentions, 5 goals, things that you could achieve. It could be like 2 things that you could achieve and 2 things that you really want to like focus on and start working on. So write down your intentions every morning and then visualize those things. Feel as though it's been done. Like really do that mental picture, like see it. Because if you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand. You just have to focus on it and see it. Don't wait for life to just happen to you. And if it's God's will, God gave you the power to make things happen in life using these tools. Focusing, intention, visualizing, thinking, speaking, and acting like you are the version of the person you want to become. Do not continue to be a lazy reactor of life. Start to become intentional and watch how life will start to reflect back to you what you are focused on. It's a beautiful thing. So that's all I have for you guys today. I hope that this brought good into you. I hope that this brought some type of peace. I hope it gave you some type of power, knowing that you're in control, that no one is controlling you, that God is not punishing you, that you just need to be more intentional about things in your life so that more amazing things can come to you and you can actually create the life that you want. So let me know in the comments what you guys think. Don't forget to join the GLOW code. I know this is going to change your life, and I appreciate you investing in yourself so that I can help invest into you. I put my heart and soul into this course to really help you. It's everything that I did to transform my life from the inside out. And I know that it is going to help you in so many ways become the woman that you're meant to become. And if you can't buy it for yourself, then purchase it for me and support me and gift it away to someone. But I really hope that you do purchase it. I hope that you change your life and you invest in yourself and then share the message with someone, become who you're meant to be, and create the life that you want. I love you guys very much. Have an amazing week. I'll be back next week. I actually think I already know what I'm talking about. And as always, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's go. Bye.